wind has changed. I'm covered in spider. It's a delight to be here today. The day is breaking, and we are making prairie fields and Canadian shields in sheets we've shared for years. A tangled waking. I turn over, your eyes open, soft and hazy. You pull me lazily into your chest, radiating. Every morning I fall in love again. Every morning I fall in love again. Let's soak it in now, like dew for flowers slowly blooming. Butterfly kissing as I trace your sides. A tandem rising. Every morning I fall in love again. 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 Again.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, folks. I guess we're into evening time. I'm not used to the light being around at this time of day yet. I haven't adjusted to summer. So good evening.
Now I can see the people who were blocked by the speakers during the last song. This is good.
Good thing they're handsome people, eh?
So we're Tragedy Ann. My name is Liv, and this is Brayden, and we are from Guelph, Ontario, and I called London home for about 5 years when I was at university here, and Brayden was here for one of those years, and it's always such a treat to come back and visit, so thanks for being with us for this. Welcome. There's plenty of seats if you'd like to sit down here. This is called The Shield.
Morning sun, pale polygraph of power lines across our dash tells me that our car is pointed north. Now to our left, the inland sea that rolls beside Sault Ste. Marie plays hide and seek from in between the pines. Past the road to reach Hornpain, God, I miss Stuart McLean. We never made this drive without his voice. The long way round, it's the long way round. And the shield makes you surrender and submit. Obstacles are where this beauty lives. Downhill to save our brains outside the range of CAA. We'll find the grave before this wagon does. Roll your eyes, declare me champ when I spy my millionth beaver dam. On antler watch, some things are left observed. Rushing river, find our sight. Little red tent in warm twilight. My mother stopped here 40 years ago. When the one way round is the long way round, and the shield makes you surrender and submit. Obstacles are where this beauty lives. When the one way round is the long way round, and the shield makes you surrender and submit. Obstacles are where this beauty lives. Our legs, the highway inside Winnipeg. We've gained an hour, we'll be there before noon. Last night we released an album in Guelph, where we come from, and we played with a orchestra. There were 16 of us on stage. So when we come back in for this chorus, just imagine like strings and horns and drums and all that fun stuff. When the one way round is the long way round, and the shield makes you surrender and submit. Obstacles are where this beauty lives. When the one way round is the long way round, and the shield makes you surrender and submit. Obstacles are where this beauty lives. 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 Thank you. It's not 16 folks, but we make a fair amount of noise between the two of us, I think.
Yes, we just released an album called Heirlooms, and
that's our Guelph dialect coming out.
It's been so much fun to share it with people, especially after such a long time of not being able to share music in the ways that we've been growing really to love as this career. And so thank you so much to everybody who's helped put this concert on tonight to help us do that, fulfill our purpose.
What Liv is saying is it's destiny that brought all of us here. This is our purpose. I do a lot of people watching, and I got to kind of make that a professional thing when I was working in the service industry. I worked at a restaurant on Richmond Row called Icarus Resto Bar. I don't know if any of you folks ever made your way in there. It was just phenomenal Greek food, and sadly it's no longer around. But working in that industry, you just start kind of taking notes when you meet real characters. And so this is an introduction to some of the folks I've interacted with back home. Barbara paints a picture of the yelling man downtown. Her shaking hand remembers Sam playing with his hat out. Her brushes colored summer when the sidewalk was filled. 2 years into Parkinson's, she can't keep it still. My neighbor grows tomatoes like he has for 60 years. Paradise in his backyard since immigrating here. His doctor told him last spring to cut them from his diet. So Alfredo grows tomatoes, he leaves them on the vine. Are we weighed by what we love? What are we worth when it's gone before us? Ben plays hockey organ for the local junior A's. He's never had an audience that wasn't wearing skates. The league sent him a letter. Times are changing fast. The radio is cheaper. The season is his last. Are we weighed by what we love? What are we worth when it's gone before us? Are we weighed by what we love? What are we worth when it's gone before us? Barbara's bought a camera and she never puts it down. Alfredo plants a seed and smiles. It's the gardening that counts. Ben plays at church on Sundays, even after the ice melts. To my knowledge, they've never met. They know each other well.
Thank you. You're welcome to come take a seat if you want to stay.
Yeah, join us. How is it sounding out there?
Feels okay?
I saw some baby dancing happening earlier, so that's generally a good sign.
It's the seal of approval.
Squeal of approval. So, Liv and I actually got engaged just a street over and a couple blocks down from here back in 2018? 2018, goodness. And, I'm gonna let them do their thing. We got engaged just around the corner from here, and this is, I suppose, a song that might be appropriate for that, and was really top of mind when that first kind of lockdown was happening, and we were spending a lot of time indoors watching movies together and things like that. So this one's called Snooze, and if there's one song that it is permitted for folks to doze off on, it's probably this one. Sometimes you fall asleep when we watch a movie. Sometimes you don't make it 15 minutes in. Seems like all you need for you to be cozy is to hear my heartbeat and credits to begin. That's okay with me, I'll be the guy at your side. That's okay with me, I'll be the dude you snooze on. Snooze on. I haven't felt my arm for at least half an hour, and all attempts to retrieve it have failed. And I think the mark left from your shoulder will tattoo my ribs like a rose. That's okay with me, I'll be the guy at your side. That's okay with me, I'll be the dude you snooze on. Snooze on. We're flying to Europe tomorrow on tour. Do you know what they call a guitar solo in Germany? A guitar solo. Sometimes you fall asleep when we watch a movie. Sometimes you don't make the first dialogue. So I guess I'll eat all your candy. But the sweetest thing here's already nodded off. Thank you.
So that song is off of the album called Matches, which is at the table over there along with our new album and some other goodies that we made to celebrate it. Yeah, let's do it. So we're, as Braden mentioned in the middle of that song, we are headed to Europe tomorrow, which, you know, we're a little anxious, especially about the airport part. But I'm just really, really excited to go. My family is from Italy, and we're going to start out by being there. And it's going to be really nice to be able to show Braden a little bit about what it's like and eat the food, you know, spend time with family. Anyways, I'm telling you this because this next song starts out with a snippet of an older Italian tune that my grandparents would sing, and I've really enjoyed hearing it from them and now singing it to kind of introduce our song called Float Away. Partirà, la nave partirà, dove arriverà, questo non si sa. sarà come l'arca di Noè, il cane, il gatto, io e te. Under stars and over sand, my heart is held in little hands. I can't bear to blow a kiss, knowing why I'm doing this. I came to face November waves, deliver them, my newborn babe. I've rocked him to his only sleep and cradled him to water deep. When I hear the cry of the ocean, I'll think of him here in my arms. Though I love him more than I'll ever say, my little babe will float away. I'm waiting with my nameless babe, so no one learns my hidden shame. With God a rock around my neck, I hold him close for one last breath. I'll rise, I'll bathe, I'll eat and dress, I'll work all day, go home to rest, and I will pray for silent seas to keep this night out of my dreams. When I hear the cry of the ocean, I'll think of him here in my arms. Though I love him more than I'll ever say, my little babe will float away. When I hear the cry of the ocean, I'll think of you here in my arms. Though I love you more than I'll ever say, my little babe will float away. My little babe will float away. Thank you.
This next song has a real London connection in that it's inspired by two different books, one of which a children's book that my mom still asks if she can read to me every now and then, because it's a real classic and just a phenomenally written story. And the other one being a book that was given to us when we were here a number of years ago now. We were playing a house concert that happens weekly, which is kind of unheard of. There aren't many places that are able to do that and keep people coming back and whatnot. That's a lot of music, and you're very fortunate to have that here. And we've been fortunate enough to play it. And at that concert, we met a man by the name of Bruce Kerr, who gave us a book that he had written about the hardest year of his life. And that helped to inspire this song as well.
It's called Velveteen.
There's a tree not too far from home, waving leaves like it knows me. There's a voice I hear when I'm alone, whispers to the seasons. There was touch knots along your spine, packing bags at your bedside. Will you still love me when our velvet's gone? Am I still worthy when my thread is torn? Will you still love me? Now there's a pull we cannot bend. Until then, until then, there was hope. Treatment traded time, folded hands defiant. There's a phrase I wish that I could say. I wish that you could stay alive in every way. Please, I wish that you could stay. I wish that you could stay. I wish that you could stay. Will you still love me when our velvet's gone?
always love playing that song outdoors because we talk about the trees and the wind, and it always feels like the earth is kind of playing it with us.
Yeah.
And those birds at the end were just the perfect little touch. So thank you, birds and trees and wind.
I hope you folks are all planning to attend Home County in a few weeks. Partially because we're going to be there, and we're kind of stoked about that.
We're there both as Tragedy Ann
Yeah.
and another band that we're in called the Lifers. And so there's going to be a 4-piece arrangement for each of those bands. And I just love going to Home County, so it'll be great to be there.
This Home County, I think, is going to be... Well, I know it's going to be a little different than past ones for so many reasons, but chiefly for us because of the absence of Bill Paul there. I'm not sure if all of you folks knew Bill, but he was also someone that we met at that house concert series, and became a dear friend and someone we corresponded with pretty frequently. And by our estimation, the closest we'll ever come to meeting actual Santa Claus. And so this is a song about Bill. It's called Birthday Book. Working nights on Richmond Road, the sidewalk talks and overflows, balloon babies for tipsy teens. He's got two ends trying to make 'em meet. Ring the bell at the Sears downtown, ring it again when they shut it down. The town cries crying by the paper stand. Nobody gets lonely like the people's man. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. Meet him once, he'll ask your name, give you a call on your birthday. Every coffee shared, every hand he shook. There's 10,000 names in his birthday book. He's got 10,000 names in his birthday book.
His best friends he holds dear, talks to them once every year, shares a memory on their special day
With their family if they passed away. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. The steam is rising from the underground. The last man standing talks in downtown. A bell is ringing down sleepy streets, a little sad but mostly sweet. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. I wish that I could 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 wish him well. I wish that I could wish that I could wish that wish that I could wish that I could wish him well.
We love you, Bill. It was very interesting playing that song, not only because I think this might be the first time we've actually played that in London, other than on Bill's birthday in June of last year, which is it tomorrow?
June 14th.
June 14th, so we can all wish him well in a few days' time. But also, this is the first time I've played this on the mission organ. I normally play accordion for a lot of our songs, and we just flat out forgot to bring it today, which shows you that we had a great time at our concert last night, and we just got a little distracted as we were sleepily leaving home this morning.
In our defense, we packed it. We just packed it for the plane for tomorrow, not the gig for today.
This is true. This next tune is called The Good of My Heart, and I wrote it after I left a job that I really cared about, but I was not able to continue working there because it was just not bringing out the best in me, and I knew that because of that I wasn't able to give...
So sorry.
That's okay. I wasn't able to give as much as I wanted to that organization that I cared so much about. And it's really hard to say goodbye to something that you really care about. And, you know, there's lots of breakup songs in a romantic sense, but not too many for occupations. And so this is for anybody who's had to make that kind of decision in their life. When I went over the hills, I found a good life, and I wanted more. Through the good of my heart, then I was broken into tumbleweed stew. To be this for you, through the good of my heart. Who I was then is who I still am. I've shed the pretend and cradled the mend. Hard to believe in who you are. Hard to believe in the good of my heart. Long it was lemonade, a seaside serenade. But as I rode that wave, I was washed away. You called it leaving, well, I called it a start. 'Cause I longed for the beating of the good of my heart. Who I was then is who I'll be when I shed the pretend and cradle the man. so much. We've got a few tunes left.
Give it up for Paul on sound. Thank you for holding it down, man. Christmas was dark in that border town, seeking the body of John McGowan. That time of year the frost rends day, no chance in hell to dig 6 feet. I'd find his killer, bring him to the stand. A Mountie always gets his man. When I got there, it'd been 14 days since screams first floated from the lake. Asked around for any sign, an open door to a killer's mind. In every home they cursed John's name, his murder they did celebrate. I came to learn about the liquored, mean, and violent. It was known he drank for taste. He only smiled when in a rage. Ooh, they'd all felt his hated night, but none so much as his poor wife. Had justice beat me to that town to take the life of John McGowan. McGowan was needing sleep, a fading bruise upon her cheek. Said after 15 years, better believe, I bled him less than he bled me. And then she wrote it out. I read it all. I left her there, told her you might call. Let your court decide if I'm unfair. If you'd been there, would you have brought her in? confession read. Her confession read. John's gone, ain't coming home. Won't raise his hand, won't hide the foam, won't pollute his blood. I watched as it froze, made a Jackson Pollock in December snow. Then I took his eyes and I let him go, gave him a chance to walk back home. Then I came back after 3 cold nights and I cut a hole into the ice. Now it's too bad he couldn't see, 'cause I was grinning cheek to cheek when I laid him down into that hole. And now his body is just as cold as the wicked hands he could not control, and the bars of the prison where I'll go home. Darkest day on the longest night, you'll hear a tap tap from beneath the ice. On the darkest day on the longest night, you'll hear a tap tap from beneath the ice. On the darkest day on the longest night, you'll hear a tap tap. Thank you. I kind of feel for our 2 friends who just arrived during the most violent, terrible song in our set. Thank you for joining us, pals. I miss each of you equally. And it's like, hey, there you
Perfect.
go.
There we go.
Let's hear it for violence.
Well, I guess it's in our name, tragedy.
There you go.
Well, as we said, we're going to be back for home county in a little bit over a month, and we're so excited for that. And if you want to say hello, we will be over at the table where Brian is there with our merch. We've got CDs, as I mentioned before. We made a tea to go along with the listening experience of this album, and a soap that uses the same herbs as the tea. We made a cookbook of all the meals that we made for the artists who recorded on the album, all vegetarian feasts. And, well, I shouldn't say feast, they're really good, but it's up to you if it's a feast. And then we made postcards, because it's so good to stay in touch with people and tell them that you love them. Last but not least, we have a mailing list, which is our favorite thing, because it means that we can stay in touch and tell you when we're going to be around and when there's new music. So if you want to sign that, that's also at the table.
You ticked every box.
I think I did.
That's amazing. Like Grand Slam. Wow. We're gonna leave you with this song. It's the last one off on the album. If you listen to it in sequence, it's called "I Hope This Finds You Well," and we feel it an appropriate intention to leave everyone with. Thank you so much for having us here, and we look forward to chatting a little bit. I hope this finds you well on the day you hear the calling, and that your heart rings like a wedding bell. I hope this finds you well. Gently may you go when the trees and the leaves are falling. May you find your peace in a campfire glow. Gently may you go. My friend, your show goes on. They'll forever be applauding. If your song is shared, then you're never gone. My friend, your show goes on. And may your skies be blue, wherever wings may take you. At dawn you'll see every point of view. May your skies be blue. On the day you hear the calling, and that your heart rings like a wedding bell, I hope this finds you well. I hope this finds you well. Thank you.